Okay, so the enable high availability workflow leads you through adding a second standby name node and configuring the general nodes. So one thing you should keep in mind, that ensure that you should be having a zookeeper services already. You should be having the zookeeper quorum already for the automatic failover. So to start the process, I will click on this SDFS service. Now I will go to the action and I will click on enable high availability option. So now I will get land to a page in which it will show the name of the name service. So it should be unique. I will keep the name service one as is for now, and now I will click on continue. So I will be getting a page which it will display the name node host and the general host. So I will be selecting a standby host, and it will provide the set of eligible hosts from which I have to select the standby name node. So I will choose this particular node, and now I will select the nodes for the zookeeper, for the general nodes, sorry. So basically the general nodes are used to share the FS image and edit log between the standby and the active name node. Now I will select the general node quorum. So it should be a set of 3, 5, 7 and so on. I will select the node 31, 32 and node 50 for the general node quorum, and now I will click on continue. So basically I have to check the check boxes next to the odd number of hosts. So as I have told previously, that means it should be a general node quorum, and the general node should be hosted on the host with similar hardware configuration as the name nodes, so which we have already done. So it is recommended that you put a general node on the same host as the active and the standby name node, and the third general node on the similar hardware configuration such as job tracker. So previously I clicked on the continue, so I'll land up for the page which will ask me to set the path for the general node edit directory. So in the general node edit directory property, enter a directory location for the general node edit directory into the field for each general node host. You may enter only one directory for each general node, and the path does not need to be same for each general node. But for this training purpose, I am using the same path. So let me make it as JNN general node directory 4, and I will copy the same path for all the 3 general nodes. Now I will click on continue. So basically these should be the empty directory, and it should be having the ownership of SDFS Hadoop, and the owner should be having the read, write and execute permission on these general node edit directories. Now after clicking continue, Cloudera Manager execute a set of commands that stop the dependent services, delete them, create and configure roles and directories as required. Create a name service and failover container, restart the dependent services and deploy the new client configuration. So now you can see it is stopping all the dependent services, deleting the secondary name node, configuring the name node and SDFS to enable the high availability, initializing the zookeeper services for automatic failover, starting the general node. So one thing to notice, for some step such as formatting the name node may report failure if the action is already completed. Okay, So however, the configuration step continue to execute after reporting non-critical failure step. So basically we get this particular error that it has failed to format the name node because it is trying to rewrite the stale configuration. So let me show you why it is failing. I will go to the Cloudera dashboard page, and now it is saying it is the SDFS is having this stale configuration, and it require the redeployment for the stale configuration. So previously we were having only one name node, that is node 31, and now we are having active and standby name node, so we are using the name services. So it is trying to redeploy this stale configuration, plus it is also trying to redeploy the name node directories which will be holding the metadata information. So I will try to deploy the client configuration, the stale configuration. So it is trying to deploy the configuration for each dependent services, the Hive, Yarn, Spark and SDFS. So it is trying to process each of the services. Now this step is done, so it has rewritten the stale configuration. I will click on finish. And now this step, like initializing the shared edit for the name node, is starting the name node to be transition to the active name node. So basically this name node 031 will be acting as a active name node. So both active and standby name node has come up. It has also started the failover controllers for the active and the standby name nodes. It is also created temp directory for SDFS, and now it is starting the dependent SDFS services like Spark, Hive and Yarn. It has successfully started the SDFS services. Now it is trying to start Yarn, and then it will start Spark and Hive. So now all the necessary steps are done. I will click on continue. So it is saying successfully enabled high availability. I will click on finish, and now I will refresh this Cloudera dashboard. Click on SDFS instances. So now we see the number of roles have increased. It has included 3 general nodes, services, 1 active name node and 1 standby name node, and now there are 2 failover controllers. So following are the active and standby name node after implementing SDFS HA. If the active name node goes down, SDFS will automatically fail over to the standby name node with the help of these failover controllers. and these journal nodes will share the FS image and edit logs between the standby and the active name nodes. So this cluster is now in the HA mode. So we have implemented the high availability for name node in Hadoop. Thank you.